If you're thinking about buying or selling right now, the biggest mistake that I see people make is trying to navigate the market like it was 3 years ago, and it is not. In fact, the strategies that worked then can really be working against you today. What we're in right now is not a fast, reactionary based market, it's a market of recalibration. Buyers are more informed, they are more patient, and they are negotiating, but it may not always be directly. At the same time, some sellers, they're still pricing their homes and positioning them based on the market that no longer exists. So what you're seeing right now is a gap between how buyers are behaving and how sellers are responding. And that's the gap in where leverage starts to be created. Hi, I'm Amy Pierce with Keller Williams Arizona Living Realty, and I help clients relocate, buy second homes, and invest right here in Bullhead City and the surrounding areas of Mohave County, Arizona. My goal is to help you understand and move through this market with clarity so that you can make the best decisions that actually make sense to you. So let's level set for a second. A few years ago, buyers had to move fast and they were writing offers immediately, waiving inspection fees, covering appraisal gaps, and competing with multiple offers. It was emotional, it was urgent, and it was very aggressive. Today, it's different. This is a thinking market. Time is back in the equation, and that alone changes how decisions are being made. Now let's talk about sellers because that's where I am seeing the biggest disconnect. Some sellers are still pricing their home based on what they believe it should be worth or what they saw happen with the market in the past. But today's market is recalibrating and buyers know it. There are two main reasons for this. First, the emotional attachment that sellers have for the time and effort and upgrades that they have put into their home. But buyers don't. Buyers are looking at value compared to everything else that's on the market and available. The second is that many sellers are not fully aware of how buyers are shopping today. There are still expectations that buyers will walk in, fall in love, and negotiate. But buyers are not rushing in anymore. They are stepping back and they are watching. So let me ask you this. If you're a buyer right now, are you taking your time and watching the market, or are you feeling the pressure to move quickly when something comes up? Let me know in the comments below. What today's buyers are doing is very strategic. When a home is priced above where they see value, they don't just rush in and try to win it. They wait. They're watching the days on market, they watch price reductions, and they watch how the seller responds. And over time, that creates a shift in leverage. This is what I call the silent negotiation. It's not really loud and it's not aggressive, but it's effective. Today's buyers are informed before they ever walk into the home. They've already looked at comparable homes. They've already seen what else is available. And in many cases, they already know if that property is overpriced for the market before they even reach out to an agent. And instead of negotiating up front, they are using that time as leverage. They're letting the seller adjust first. Another important shift right now is how buyers are evaluating condition. If you have two homes in the same area that are similar square footage and one is updated and one is not, buyers are not willing to treat those equally anymore. They are calculating the cost of the upgrades, the repairs, the renovations, and they are factoring that directly into what they are willing to pay. A few years ago, buyers would have been willing to overlook the condition just to secure the property. Today, they are not, and they are looking at the full financial picture. Purchase price plus cost to improve the property, and if the numbers do not align, they move on to the next option. There's another reason why buyers are leveraging right now. They have choices, and those choices are not just one neighborhood and one type of home. Especially for buyers who are relocating, purchasing a second home, they are comparing multiple communities, like in our area, condo living, waterfront properties, golf course communities, interior neighborhoods. Each one offers a different lifestyle and price point, and buyers are evaluating all of those options side by side. So for sellers, you no longer are just competing with the home down the street. You are now competing with multiple options across the entire area. Now, this is where I want to be very clear. The national headlines do not tell the full story. Real estate is very local. What's happening across the country may not be reflecting what's happening in your specific area. and our area. Your price points may be different or the type of property. And this is where having a local expert matters, because understanding how buyers are behaving in your specific area is very important than just watching the news. In this market, strategy matters more than speed. Buyers need to know how to move and when to wait and how to evaluate correctly. Appraisers are being more conservative, lenders are being more cautious, and that affects how deals come together. If you don't understand what's going on, it can cost you. So for sellers, this is not a market where you can test the price and see what happens, because what happens is usually time on the market followed by price reductions, followed by giving away negotiation power. And sellers who are successful right now are the ones who understand how the buyers are thinking and positioning their homes correctly in the beginning. So if you're a seller, the question becomes, are you price based on today's market, or are you still anchored at yesterday's? The bottom line is this: the market didn't stop, it just became more intelligent. Buyers are more strategic, sellers need to be more intentional, and understanding the behavior of both sides is what allows you to make strong decisions. If you're thinking about buying, selling, or just trying to understand what this means for you, I'd be happy to help. Go ahead and scan the QR code or click the link in the comments below and book a call with me. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss any of my weekly videos about life here along the Colorado River. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next week.